Master Profit training course as well. And so we're looking at presenting some new faces to you very, very soon. But before we can do that, we just need to cover a couple of things and just to understand the mission of what we're about here with Skyway Invest Group. And most of you partners here already know who Andrei Hovrato is, who Anatoly Yaninsky is. You've been learning about the company, the philosophy of Skyway Invest Group for some time now. We're just wanting to now gauge what level of education you're at and how we can further help you. So we'll do a couple of little polls throughout the webinar today just to get an idea from you of how we can best help you. So Harin's prepared those for us, and we'll cover those off very, very soon. We'll also give you a little bit of an insight into a bit of news that we are able to share at the end regarding what's happening in Australia. So we'll cover that too. But at this first one of the series will just be a brief outline of what we hope to achieve. But of course, it's all about you. And so we can stand here and talk for days or sit here and talk for days, but if we don't know what your needs are, we can't best help you. So please, give us some feedback. Let us know what your needs are and how we can best help you with training-wise. And of course, if you have something you're able to add to the team as well, adding value, we want to hear from you. So we want to know, what skills you can bring to the table, and also. Oh, what's happening there? Harin, you've got your something switched on. You need to switch that off. Sorry about that, guys, slight interruption there. So as I was saying, we want to hear back and some feedback from you, our team, because we know we have awesome partners in Skyway Invest Group, not just here in Perth, but across Australia. We've got quite a big team building in Queensland, in Brisbane, and on the Gold Coast. We have a small pocket of people in Melbourne and Sydney, and and Adelaide, of course. Adelaide is very exciting. We're about to do some big things in Adelaide. So of course we've got Jared Hendricks over there, and Jared was one of the very first people who joined me in Skyway Invest Group, going back about a year ago now. So Jared's network represents probably just a bit more than a third of the people in my total structure. So Jared, it's great to have you back, and I don't think he can actually get on the webinar, so he might not be hearing this, but that's okay, he's at work. But I just want to acknowledge a couple of other people that are doing fantastic work behind the scenes here in Perth. There's Nathan Williams and Sally Gilbert. Thank you very much for all that you're doing. We have Philippe Lancu, who also is working on our promotional items and things as well, business cards and things like that. So we are doing a lot of work behind the scenes. Anik Morley's helping us with our database and some admin, and Ryan as well with videos. And we've got a really great team building. Everybody's so busy though, so it's really difficult and challenging to find enough time to dedicate to this full time. But just bear in mind that, we are leading in that direction, and we're not quite there yet. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. And just know that our best interests are for you, the people. So we're going to cover just a few little bit of introduction to partners. Most of you know our signature program is Master Profit. And so what we'll be doing is incorporating a little bit of that as well, if we may. Some of you haven't actually done the course, so you'll be in for a treat. And those who have done the course will also be refreshed, and perhaps they can remind us of some things that we need to remember as well. So it's really going to be hopefully going to add massive value to you. That's really what it's all about. If it's of no value, please let us know. There's people I still need to sign up, so I could be spending my time, helping people, but I'd love to be, helping you and building into you. And we are a team. We are a strong team. We have, people that are rising up in Queensland, very strong team over there. A lot of you on the call here as well. Thank you, Margie, also in Sydney. We have Celia and Graham in Brisbane, who have an amazing team, a huge team over there. And there's some real diamonds amongst all of those. Tracy and Stuart being two of those who are on the call as well. Who else can I see that's here? I don't want to miss anybody out. But guys, you're all valuable, and really appreciate all of you. This is your own business, as Harin pointed out at the beginning of the call. Please take it seriously. Know your business, know your product, and help your people. That's really simple, guys. It's not hard. It's not rocket science like SkyTrains. There's part of the Skyway Invest Group is really fun and interactive business, and it's all about people, helping families. So this is our aim. What we want to achieve is to better equip you so that you're more confident and you're comfortable and you're happy, and so that you can live your life on purpose and you can achieve your goals and dreams as well. So that's really exciting. So that's pretty much all I have to say for now. So I'm going to hand back over to Harin. Hopefully I didn't forget anything, but we'll cover that towards the end of the webinar. So Harin, are you there? Do you want to pop back on? I can't see you on the video.
Yes, I am here. Thank you, Sharon.
Thanks, everyone. I'll be back in a little while.
Fantastic. So I think that's a wonderful intro by Sharon on. And it's true, it is your own business, and we are here to support you guys. And we have a wonderful team in Australia just forming up, and the momentum here is great. I hope all of you will take some valuable things from this webinar tonight. So let's get right into it. So as I said, this is going to be series 1 of a 4-part webinar, because we don't want to overload you with a lot of stuff in terms of Skyway back office. So first things first, we're going to look at back office basics. So the absolute basic for a back office is registering. If anybody have questions, just feel free to ask me, and I'll try my level best to answer that. Okay, so as I said, the absolute basic for the back office is registering. Okay, so how do we do that? So before sign up, so you've already spoken to somebody, and it's a deal that you've pretty much just closed. So fantastic. So what do we do next? This is the first thing I'll do when I want to get somebody to register into SWIG, even before I hand over my link to them, or even before I set up a meeting with them to say, hey, come on, let's get registered. Okay, this is the absolute first thing I need to do. Getting a copy of the ID, or when they come over, tell them to bring a copy of the ID and a copy of the utility bill. Why this is crucial? Because we have verification with Skyway, because EICs are actually issued to you guys, and the official share certificates or pipe certificates will be issued to you. Okay, so we want the exact name as per your official ID or your official passport. So, and also to prove that you're an Australian, and or even any part of the world. So official documents is what's needed. Don't worry if you don't have an official utility bill or anything. Things like this also can be used. If you don't have a utility bill, phone bill, internet bill, or bank statements can be used. So keep that in mind. So this is something that comes up really often. I don't have a bill under my name because it could be someone like me who's still living with parents, all right, because I'm a uni student. So you don't actually have a bill or a utility bill under your name. So what do you need? A bank statement would do, or the phone bill which you pay for yourself. So all this can be used. So please write this down. And every time I register, people ask me, how do I go about date of expiry of my document or date of issue of my document? So especially this driver's license here in Western Australia, the expiry date is right on the front and the issue date is on the back. So that is acceptable, guys. So keep that in mind. And so you will be alert next time when you're meeting somebody or even registering anyone yourself. So hope everyone is clear. So official copy of your ID and a utility bill. And I've always found out every time when I send out this documents for verification, if it's taken from a mobile phone and it's not clear enough, it's often getting denied. So it only takes a few seconds to scan it. If you can, please do that. All right, and it saves a lot of time, and you're only scanning one time, and we can keep it for other things. So how do we log into SWIG? Most of us here in this room would have already known that. If there's anybody in this room who don't know how to log into SWIG, well, I'm here to teach you. That's why we're here. So this is the link, everyone. office.skywayinvestgroup.com/English, because the website is officially in Russian. So with an EN at the back, it actually takes you to the English page. So write this down, guys, because most people, they find it really hard when it comes to links like this. So this is an official link. Keep that, and it will take you directly to the login page. All right, I'll give you guys about 30 seconds to write this down, or you can copy this down if you can, and I will move on. And guys, utilize the chat platform we have over here and ask questions if you can, or comment along the way. Fantastic. I think that was more than enough time to write it down. So when you log in into Skyway, this is exactly how it will look like. All right, and this means you have successfully logged in into SWIG, Skyway Invest Group Cabinet. All right, and my account here is pretty much complete in the sense of my status is verified, my contract is signed, and my conversion is available. So how do you achieve this? Very simple. This is how you want it to look in the long run. So this is another important thing when it comes to signing up for SWIG, Skyway Invest Group. Okay, if you can see on this particular slide here, everyone in this business has their own referral link. All right, and why this is very crucial, because always give your clients your link. If you provide wrong link, consider your client is lost, because there's nothing can be done. All right, but obviously when it comes to building a network, and you're building it with your family, there's always take some time to look into how you're going to build the structure really well, because the way I have built it is, I have my brother and sisters, so I'm building the business under them. So end of the day, everything is kept in the family. That's an option for you guys, if you're looking at supporting your family members along the way. But that is when the links has to be used properly, because if you're providing the wrong link, or a single alphabet mistakes could make a huge difference. Like for example, this is my link, and why I've copied this 3 times, or why is it I'm showing you 3 times, because some people can't look at it, in the sense of they could be, the blue colors could be very light, and probably it's very hard on your eyes. So that is why always copy it, write it down, and make sure you're providing a correct referral link to your partners. So hope that is clear. So where do you find the referral link? The place where you see your rank, your status in your contract, right directly below that. And how do you get your referral link? You have to sign a contract immediately as soon as you signed up. So when we registering a new person, as soon as they click the link, this is what they will see. And I just want to point out this to you guys. When you pass on your link, always make sure the name of inviter. If you guys can see my mouse over here, and I will just actually bring a highlighter here. This particular section here, if you guys all can have a look, always make sure the name of inviter is correct. As I said, this is your business. There's no wrong in being over checking, because you want to make sure everything is in proper order. So always make sure the name, if you're building under your family, make sure the link you gave is on that particular name. Or if you are building the business, give the name of always check for the name of inviter. Right, the next thing you can do after that is very simple. Always guide your people to follow the ID. Never go away from the ID, because the ID is the official document. That is what they're going to cross-check every document with. So if you follow the ID, client's first name, client's surname, and client's username. Always keep it simple, guys, because I have cases where my downlines, business partners have come up and say, "Oh, I've joined the business a month ago and I've totally forgot about what my username is." Fine, if they are registered under your network, you can always go into your back office and find that out. But the first thing is, I think prevention is better than prevention is better than getting into trouble. So always give out or teach your partners to have an easy enough username where they can understand and the current city you're living, rather than you, the person who's actually signing up, your partner, they know better. All right, and they can always cross reference with their utility bill. Okay, and email, make sure everybody has a working email. And this is a point for you guys to note. If you guys have a piece of pen and a paper right there, write this down. Yahoo emails do not work with Skyway Invest Group. All right, because I've personally chatted with the support team, and they have told me Yahoo emails don't, Skyway Invest Group emails don't reach the Yahoo mailboxes. So this is something they are rectifying. So hopefully in the future, it won't be an issue. But at the moment, if anybody has Yahoo, it takes only a couple of minutes to get a Google Gmail account done. So please suggest that. And also phone number, mobile number, again, always sit with your partners before you sign up, or if you think they are good enough to do this, pass them to the link and always go through with them at least once so they are clear and you are clear, so you both not worried. So the phone, mobile number, choose the country over here and then just put in your phone number. And Skype is optional, guys. If you're in Skype, put it on there. And the password, make sure it's a very strong password. The easiest password I like to give is very simple. Always include a capital letter and a number. So for example, my name is Harin. I'm not telling you guys my password, but I will try to make something like Harin with a capital H and maybe 3 numbers at the back, which I'll remember. And always repeat the password, and you follow the terms and conditions and click register. As soon as you click register, if you're in Gmail, you'll be seeing something like this in your mailbox. Activation of the user. All right. Open email from Skyway Invest Group. All right. And most people who have in my network or my partners, in this business partners, when they see an email like this, it says click on the link. And they always ask me, I don't see any link over here. Where is the link? So here you go, guys. That is the link. That blue button right there is the link. All right. Hopefully everybody is clear, and you're not frustrated asking questions or your downlines when they say they couldn't find the link. Hopefully you don't get upset about it. So again, it's our duty to teach them. So again, this is the link. Make sure they understand. All right. Moving on. As soon as you click the link, this is an email which you will get. We congratulate you on a successful registration in Skyway Invest Group project. A summary of your login name, and also the password is blurred out there because you know what the password is, and most likely people won't forget it the next 5 minutes after you signed up. All right, and always teach your downlines, your partners, to write it down. Always better to have that extra piece of paper safe somewhere rather than being sorry later on. But always, guys, there's always option here for password recovery. But again, always be careful. Always make sure you are ready for anything. All right. As soon as you done with registration, you already got an email saying that everything is good. Next, the first thing I would like to suggest everyone to do, because you're already doing this before sign up, you're already getting a copy of the ID and the copy of the utility bill. All right, so verification, do that the first time you're in the business, because it only takes you one time to do that and you're done. All right, only when you want to update documents later on you have to do that, but most likely most of us probably won't need to do that. All right, so how do we do verification? As soon as you done the account, successful registered, and you're logging in for the first time, this is exactly what we see, guys. This is a test account for SWIG. As you can see, the first thing you will see is news, messages, education, wallet, portfolio, and deposits. And other than that, you don't see a link yet directly under your status. It's because you have not signed the corporation contract yet. And also the status here says has not submitted the documents for verification. So how do I go about this? It's very simple, guys. Can you see the status and says has not submitted the document for verification? That's in orange. Write this down, click that button. If you click that button, the first thing will tell you to do, all right, is prior to the verification process, you need to fill out your profile. So again, you might ask me, Harin, we've already filled up some information in the front, but why is it asking me to fill out the profile? Well, we have made the form very simplified. We're only asking for your username, your phone number, and your email. Other than that, we need more information to verify your documents. So click on that button over there, fill out your profile, and you will see a page like this, guys. Again, this is the page where we actually need to fill up before verification. Now, this is the most crucial part because you have to cross-check this with your documents. All right. So again, gender, male or female, and the last name and the first name is already pre-filled because you've already filled that in during your registration. All right, so the main information we'll be needing here is passport details. Now, guys, as I mentioned, this is a Russian website, so it's a direct translation. So when they mean passport and you don't have a passport, don't worry. It just means it's an official document there. I have put my driver's license number and worked perfectly. All right, so passport series and number, just put on your passport number or your driver's license number. That would work. And the issuing authority, if it's an Australian passport, Australia. If it's a driver's license and you're from Western Australia, Department of Transport of Western Australia. That's what I do. All this information is not coming from my mouth, guys. It's already in your ID. All you need to do is look at it. And date of issue. Date of issue, as I mentioned during the start of this presentation, it is in your ID again. If it's a Western Australian driver's license, it's in the back of the license. All right. Citizenship, again, if you're using a passport, fantastic. It's an Australian passport, so they know you're an Australian. If you're using a driver's license, all you got to do is choose your citizenship country over there as Australia or wherever you're from. And yeah, it's good to go. And your date of birth, guys, most of us know our date of birth. You probably won't forget it. But if you still do, it's registered in your ID. All right. Just keep on following what's in your ID. And this is the first part of the page you will see. The next section of the page will be this, the address. This is why instead of finding documents as you need them, it's better to be ready. That is why before you even register, I'm telling you guys to have the ID and the utility bill. All right. So follow this section, fill up this section following your utility bill. So the first thing you need is your postcode and the next city, state, country. So I'm living in Bentley, Western Australia. So I'll just put Bentley, Bentley, Western Australia, Australia, and the address. All right. And I just tick the box because both of the information here is the same. As soon as I tick the box, all this information from the first part copies over to the next part. And then you just scroll down again to the page. And as you can see, the phone number which we add in during the start at the registration page is also filled in, and your email is also pre-filled. If you have any of the social media links, link to Facebook, link to Google Plus, or link to VK or Skype, you guys can fill it in. As soon as you fill it in, it's very simple. The page then takes you to this page. All right, this page is the profile verification page. If you guys remember, when we clicked on status over here during the start, I'm just going back, guys, so we're going to repeat, has not submitted documents for verification. As soon as you click that button, this is what you see. And as you fill in your profile and everything looks good, it should automatically take you to this page, which is the profile verification page. All right, make sure you guys writing this down, and you guys can ask me any questions after this, so everybody's in the same page. So profile verification. So this is why I'm telling you guys to have all the documents since the start, because as soon as you're at this page and everything is ready, you need to upload the documents. So if you are using your passport, you only need to upload the first page of your passport because all the information is already in the first page of the passport. But if you're using a driver's license, fine. The first part of your driver's license, go to the first section of this page. You just have to upload it. And then, because the issue date is at the back of your driver's license, the copy of your passport page with the date of its issue and the authority that issued it. So this is usually at the back. So this is where I would upload the back part of my driver's license. And again, if you're using your passport, what do I do here, you may ask? Very simple. There's a tick box there. This information is indicated by me in the first document, a copy of the first passport page. Again, guys, I would like to highlight here. If you guys can see this section over here, that part is what you need to tick if you're using your passport. All right, and the last one goes with the photo page of your passport with the place of residence or document that proves your place of residence. So this is where you'll be using your utility bill or your bank statement or your internet bill, whichever works. All right, guys, I am towards the end of my portion here. Sharon, if you're there, you can take over and can start talking about the future direction of Skyway.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Harin. That was really, really informative. Well done. Harin is a university double major, and he's also starting to lecture at Curtin University here in Perth. And yeah, you can see that he's got really a gift in this area. So we want to encourage him more to share some more with us for our partners. Harin, I wonder if you could pass the screen to me.
Yes, I'm trying to. It's just frozen. Just keep talking, and as soon as it's ready to, it decides to move on, I will move it on. All right.
Okay. Let's see if I press that. What will happen? Okay, guys, just let us know if you can see my screen or if you're still on Harin's screen. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, this is your page, Sharon, future direction of SWIG and Skyway.
All right, so I wanted to share a picture. So I would like to show my screen on my...
Yes, the picture is right here.
Oh, you've got the picture there? Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Great, okay. So obviously you all recognise the people in this photograph. This was taken recently in January this year. Rod Hook, Murray Walkhorp from Skyway Transport Australia, of course, Anatoly Yaninsky, the author, designer, genius, awesome person that he is. This is in his office. So this is in the brand new offices in Belarus, in Minsk, in Belarus, the capital city. And we had the opportunity to bring together a meeting with Andrei Hovrato, who is our CEO and director at Skyway Invest Group, and of course Mila Sergikova and Amans Muniaks from Global Transnet United Kingdom and Skyway Invest Group. So we had a legal team at the meeting as well, and we had some discussions about how we could potentially do a crowdfunding for Australia and to get the first Australian project up and running. So we've been negotiating for a few months now, and happy to report that everything's going perfectly. We are still in the contract stage of finalising agreements. We were almost ready to release a package. It has been delayed slightly because of the shift of stage 12 now, up until the 25th of April. So it will become available. We don't know all of the details at this point. They're still being worked on and negotiated. There's still some meetings that need to happen. There's still some agreements that need to be confirmed. But what we do know is that we're further than we were before. So we're very excited to be working now with Rod and Murray here in Australia, and everyone knows they're based in Adelaide. They do travel all around Australia. They've got their finger on the pulse. A lot of people getting a lot of questions from people saying, does Rod and Murray know about this? And I can tell you, yes, they know everything that's going on in the country, particularly when it comes to government contracts and negotiations, because that is their field of expertise. They are professionals. They're ex-government themselves. You can see from Rod's bio here. Thank you for putting that up, Harin. A lot of people are misquoting Mr. Rod Hook in their presentations as well, and it's really important that we clarify some information, which is why I want to share now with you. This is something we've added into our slides, and you can see Rod is the Managing Director and Chief Engineer for Skyway Transport Australia. He's a former Australian State Government Chief Executive, Department of Planning, Training and Infrastructure. He's a former Transport Minister, former Rail Commissioner and Coordinator General. He does have a direct liaison with Dr. Yaninski, who's the President of Skyway Group of Companies, which we all know and love. And of course, not last but least, an equal partner is Murray Walcorp, and she's an amazing woman to work with. She's incredibly passionate about Skyway. She has a very capable position to handle projects and manage projects, and she's got her finger on the pulse. She knows what's going on. She's very efficient, and she's also the head of business development on a lot of Australian projects. So they do also have other businesses that they are attending. They would love to be full-time in Skyway, and this is where we come in. If we have this opportunity now to raise a certain amount of money that would give them the ability to open a new company, merging with Skyway Invest Group, that has been, information has been released via Andre Havrato himself. Also, Amans and Miller have shared it on a couple of calls. We're not widely publicising this information. This is, there are some compliance and some, contract courtesies that we would extend, if I want of a better word, just with confidence, and commercial in confidence was the words I was looking for. So in saying that, we have a lot of information we're able to share, and there's a lot more information that will be released in due course. So please know that we're working very, very hard behind the scenes, and very, very soon we will we'll be able to release that information to the public as well. So we don't want to sort of run before we can walk. So we're going step by step by step here, and there's a lot still to do behind the scenes. We're still positioning the right people in the right places that will help to facilitate a future direction for Australia particularly. And of course, we know Skyway, is building popularity around the world. We're seeing, what's happening in Dubai with the Future Cities Expo. There's Indonesia having expos. There's an expo coming up in Melbourne, in Australia, that will be in September. We don't have confirmation at this stage of how we will be participating in that expo at this point, but we're working on that. So hopefully we will have some good news that we're able to share with you very, very soon about the up and coming. And looking to build into Melbourne in the meantime. If you've got any partners there, please connect them, get them registered. At the end of the day, we need the people. If we don't have a network in place, it makes it difficult to implement a Skyway project. Basically, the strategy of the company now is to build the network. If we have, X amount of people that are partnered with Skyway, that are passionate about a Skyway and want a Skyway and willing to invest part of their own savings or nest eggs or, whoever, much money they put in, it's not really the point. The point is we want to reach a maximum number of people. This helps us to create a database of supporters, and these things are important when tendering on government projects, because we can say X amount of people want a Skyway. If we have 10 people, they're not going to take us very seriously. If we have 100,000 people, now we're talking. So this is our cause, and our challenge, if you like, is to build the network, and how we do that is by word of mouth. And this is all in our marketing plan. It's all in our presentations. You've learned this already, most of you. So, we're not sort of blasting this out all over the you know, super highways on the internet and all of that. I mean, some people are, and some of it is really great and good content. And I thank you for sharing the Skyway message in a considerate way, which enables the company to maintain you know, a certain standard in the marketplace, and for us to be taken serious as contenders when pitching for projects is really, really important that we have some compliance standards ticked off, and that we are not infringing, you know, any of those rights or laws or anything that could potentially, you know, backfire and cause us a problem with going forward in our strategy of, you know, meeting as many people as possible and sharing the Skyway opportunity. So we have something really, really valuable, really, really precious here. And, you know, we do need to have a certain level of integrity with that. And know that this is your business, okay? So, of course, you know, you want to be the best in your business. You want to have goals and achieve your goals. And that's what Skyway Invest Group is all about. We're here to support you. So we've combined this first project, other than Eco Techno Park, which we're still very much working on. We still need to raise a lot of money to complete the mission for the high-speed train. There's a lot of negotiations going on. We have a lot of big investors who are wanting to contribute, but of course that would take away from the main aim of the company is to meet the everyday people and give everyone an opportunity to participate and become a co-owner. For too long, the governments and the big business and the big fish of the world have ruled. And what I love, I want to share something really quickly with you. If we have time, I think we only have like a minute or so left, and I'll be really quick. But in the Master Profit course, if you have already done this, you will know this. If you haven't done it, you're going to find out. We talk about the new economic evolution of the world, and that we are training leaders in this field. There is a lot in that, and a lot I can't sort of say in 1 minute, but I will share this with you. You know, if we're talking about the theory of the new economic evolution of the world, why are we saying evolution and not revolution? So this was a question that I particularly was interested to find the answer, and I had the opportunity to speak with Andre through a translator, of course, because I don't speak Russian and he doesn't speak too good English. You know, just to understand the philosophy. You know, we're not talking about a revolution here. And I initially, when I saw this opportunity, I thought this is revolutionary. In fact, I was calling it that. And I was corrected because, you know, revolution talks about a war and oppression and suppression. We're not talking about this here. We're talking about forging a brand new direction, waking up the world, which is really, really exciting. But I'll leave it there. And, of course, those people who are on the course have your books. It's in your books. You can read that. So, Harin, if you want to pop back in now, and hopefully I haven't missed anything.
Hi again, everyone. I'm back. So before everybody goes, we got about a couple of minutes here. We just want to get the understanding of the crowd we have here. So I'm going to send the first question to you guys. How long have you been a partner with Skyway? So if you guys can answer this, we'll take 30 seconds for this, and then it'll be awesome.
This is great to give us a bit of feedback, so we know how to best help you in the future as well.
Guys, if you guys can see this, if you can vote, that'd be fantastic. So far, we got about 4 people have voted, and there's 9 in this room. A couple more, then we can move on to the next question, guys. If you can't see the poll page, that is fine. You guys can message Sharon personally or myself. All right, so the first question is here, done. So how long you've been a partner with Skyway? Now the next question, guys, which area do you need the most assistance? Do you need help with registration? Do you need help with verification? Do you need help with adding funds? Do you need help with deposits? Do you need help with partnering tools or how to market everything? Because throughout, we have a plan for this year. We are looking at having offline webinar sessions. So if you are worried that you didn't even get a single point which I told you or taught you today in this webinar, don't worry, guys. They'll be recording soon. We'll pass it on to you guys. If not, we will be having an offline session here in Perth, and we'll be also looking at having offline session in around the country. So that will be really helpful to you guys. All right, guys, thank you so much. And the last question: how well do you understand the back office? So, in a scale 1 to 10. Again, guys, this is for us to understand you guys better, so we can help you guys. And all our trainings all will be structured based on this. All right, so everybody's voted. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys again probably next week for our series 2. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good weekend and take care. Bye for now.